In the great words of the poet Will Smith and his music video from Men in Black, what you think you saw, you did not see. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Overly Honest Movie Reviews. My name is Chris, and as always, I try to give you guys what you want to see. Please like this video, then subscribe and follow me for more content like this. I cover anything and everything related to movies, both old and new. So a few weeks ago, I decided to revisit The Truman Show, a classic from 1998. I love how the film has aged so well, minus some of the outdated tech visuals, but at this point, that's almost satire. Even in today's world, the film has relevance. There are those out there that believe we live in a Matrix-esque world. The most intriguing part to me is that theory really can't be unproven. A lot of conspiracy theories out there have solid scientific evidence against them, and while this one does, it's really impossible to disprove. I mean, if you think about it, there's no way to prove that this isn't just some amazing computer program. Now, do I believe that we live in some computer simulation? No, I don't. However, my interest is piqued when I watch a film that I've seen multiple times before and would swear on my life that something changed. For instance, I would have sworn on my life that at the end of The Truman Show, and this is obviously spoiler territory, so if you haven't seen the 23-year-old movie, I would suggest stopping this now, going to watch it, then coming back and watching this when you're done. Sylvia, who, it's hard to explain, she was part of a cast in The Truman Show, then she got kicked out because she was trying to explain to Truman something was going on. She got kicked out. At the very end, Truman escapes his reality. And I swear that at the very end, Truman and her run into each other's arms and embrace in a hug. That is most definitely not how the film ended. I even fast forwarded to the end of the credits just in case. Thanks, Marvel. Anyways, after that, I even got on the interwebs. I wanted to search to see maybe there was a director's cut. No luck. Someone does think that the theatrical version may have had some different scenes, but I know I didn't see it in the theaters, so it wasn't that either. So, what could it be? This is where things get interesting. There's something called the Mandela Effect. It's an unusual phenomenon where people collectively remember something that never happened or never existed. The term was created by self-described paranormal consultant Fiona Brome in reference to her memory of the death of South African leader Nelson Mandela while he was in prison in the 80s. Now, clearly, we know as a larger community that didn't happen. However, there were people that thought that was the case, myself included, because, I wasn't really that into politics at the time, didn't follow stuff like that. So I thought he passed away in the 80s too. Mandela got out of prison, ran for office, was president of South Africa, and he didn't pass away until December 5th of 2013. I've always been intrigued by the idea of this false shared memory. People across the world have these things in common. They think they saw something they did not see. And that's just mind-boggling to me. I mean, part of it's probably the internet, but some of this stuff existed before the internet, which is just so intriguing. It's such a fun topic to think about. Like, I know there's the Fruit Loops versus Fruit Loops, like the word fruit, F-R-U-I-T versus F-R-O-O-T. That's a thing. There's a lot of people don't know the difference. The Berenstain Bears versus the Berenstein Bears. I could have sworn it was the Berenstein Bears my entire life. It's not. Now, most people are probably familiar with the most common Mandela effect when it comes to movies. There's been internet outrage about it. People think that there was a movie starring Sinbad called Shazam. However, there never was. There was, however, a movie called Kazam that starred Shaq. Now, I'm really not going to get into the scientific aspects of what the Mandela effect is, how people perceive it. There was a movie in 2019 named The Mandela Effect, which was unfortunately a huge bust, as they missed the target audience by focusing more on the scientific aspects of the phenomenon instead of the intriguing parts. The film itself was panned by critics, having a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes, while the audience score is still 74%. On IMDb, it falls right in the middle with a 5.7. So have you ever seen a movie called Interview with a Vampire? I believe I had, but you really haven't. It's not Interview with a Vampire, it's Interview with the Vampire, which is just crazy to me. C-3PO may be one of the most memorable gold robots in all of cinema history. Maria the robot from Metropolis may be a close second. However, did you know he had one silver leg until episode 7? I'm talking ever since he gained his skin in episode 2 he wasn't covered in the first episode, but in episode 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, he had one silver leg. Tom Cruise dancing in Risky Business, sliding across the floor, wearing his t-shirt, socks, sunglasses, not much else. Except he wasn't actually wearing sunglasses in that scene. The famous Sally Field Oscar acceptance speech. You like me, you really like me. Except that actually wasn't the case. Her quote actually was, "I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me." In Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks sitting on the bench, "Life is like a box of chocolates." He actually said, "Life was like a box of chocolates." That ruined a lot of memes right there. Mirror, mirror on the wall. One of the most popular lines in animated history, while in reality, never was mentioned in the film. The evil queen did, however, say, "Magic mirror on the wall." This one, not as big, but while we're on the topic of famous lines, Darth Vader never says, "Luke, I am your father." He simply just says, "I am your father." I mean, huge moment, but still. This one blew my mind. So, yesterday, while I was doing some research for this, Silence of the Lambs is a fantastic movie. I mean, there's no arguing that. The scene where Clarice comes down and visits Hannibal for the first time in a cell. "Hello, Clarice." Never mentioned. Those words are never said in that scene. He simply just says, "Good morning." Then on an even milder side, apparently a large portion of the population believe that Leonardo DiCaprio had won an Oscar for his 5 nominations that he'd had before The Revenant. But The Revenant was his actual first win for an Oscar. Although I feel it was kind of a, sorry we haven't given you one before, here you go type win, because I didn't think that was an Oscar-worthy performance. That's just me, though. So, with that, I ask you, what's your favorite Mandela Effect? Did I get any of these wrong? Should I do another video if I get enough responses? Thank you again for joining me. Please comment below and let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to like this video, then subscribe and follow me if you'd like to see more videos like this.